Good morning. Happy Thanksgiving. And in light of the fact that it is Thanksgiving Day today, and hopefully you're getting to spend some quality time with family or friends, I want to do a video for you on one important tip when it comes to buying a home. We celebrate Thanksgiving, we celebrate holidays in our homes, and if you are an aspiring homeowner, maybe not necessarily right now, but at some point in the future, I want to leave you with a tip when it comes to buying a home so that you don't pay too much for that house. And this tip is on the price. What that tip is, if you are paying for a house, right, and the rents in your area where you're going to buy that house are very, very divergent from the actual price itself, then you need to take a step back and maybe take a look at negotiating that price down so that it falls more in line with the rents. What does that mean? That means that the going rent for the house that you're trying to buy, if that market rent doesn't cover the costs of maintaining that home, you're paying too much for the house. So an example would be if you go into a neighborhood and put 20% down on a house and the mortgage that results from that, right? I say I'm buying a house for $100,000. I put $20,000 down. I've got an $80,000 mortgage now. The mortgage, the taxes, the insurance, the association dues, and a little bit more, right, to cover maintenance because things break and you have to fix them. If the rent for that piece of property doesn't cover all of that, you're paying too much for the house. Now, I know probably what you're thinking is, Pat, I really love this house. I really want to live here. If I don't, 15 other people are bidding on it. If I don't get in now, I'm going to miss out, right? That fear of missing out. Or, hey, my realtor, they did comps on the area and it's about in line with the other prices. Comps tell you what stuff sold for recently, and they're required to do that. But if you're really looking at long-term value, it needs to fall in line with what the market is charging as far as rents. And if those prices are too high, you need to be patient. Don't feel rushed into purchasing a house because of fear of missing out. Don't fall prey to the myth that renting is throwing money away. It is not necessarily, and usually it's actually not true. When you buy a house, you're picking up a lot of risk. You're picking up the mortgage, you're picking up the maintenance, any kind of liability. It's your name. Whereas when you rent, you're generally paying less and you have a lot less risk. So keep this in mind. I'm not discouraging you from buying a home. I'm telling you to take a look at what it is that you're buying, take a look at the price, and recognize that when you buy that, you're committed to that for a period of time. Please post a question or a comment. Send me a private message if you want to talk about it privately. I always enjoy reading your comments. Remember, this is about your long-term financial success, and buying a house is a big decision. So keep that in mind when you're going house hunting. Be patient with yourself. Don't let people pressure you into doing something you aren't entirely sure of. Do your homework, and always feel free to post a comment here or ask me a question. I'll help you to the best of my ability. Have a great Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving. Enjoy it in your home that you may already have or your relatives' home if you're visiting with some of them. And until next time, I wish you unlimited success.